just get her food, please. Like, yeah, like, just let her get her food. Just but like.
Thank you. Y'all got me fucked up. Then she gonna take my food, so I can't get my shit. This was tripping. Ooh. Watch out.
And I'm like, that's food. You went over the bar. I wonder how you dare reach that moment. But it's wild that somebody tries to stop you from creating your own food when it's not your job, and your reaction is, I'm going to smack all that thing in his face. I don't know, man. That's a wild thing.
I'm not saying what I did was right, and I'm not saying what I did was wrong, but I feel like I wasn't wrong to a certain extent.
You're wrong at a certain extent. I'm sure you're only wrong of the part that you throw the food in his face. But other than that, you still think you're right. Maybe that's the problem.
Yup.
She claims her Chipotle order from Uber Eats was missing chicken and condiments. She says she walked to the store and asked for a refund. Employees explained refunds are issued by Uber. She then asked them to remake her bowl instead, and they refused, claiming her ticket did not say double meat.
Shame.
She claims they took her original order and refused to give it back. That's when she went behind the counter to make her own burrito bowls. She claims she was assaulted first by the male employees.
I mean, she has a point. I ordered this, you gave me that. But now you're saying you felt attacked by the other person. You did that. Well, we don't know the first battle. So officially, they might have said something and she's like, oh, you want to be gangster? I came all the way here. I'm already gangster. I'm going to jump over there. What you going to do about it? So yes, maybe somebody there said something to activate her power. Then again, the fact that you jumped over, you need to have self-control. And I'm a self-controlled person.
I was mad, upset, but to me, I'm a man. I can't hit a female. So I walked away.
I understand you cannot go behind the counter, but once my food was taken, it was like you're taking my property. I do apologize. I feel very bad that it had to end that way and that he got assaulted. But again, it was only men that came and assaulted me.
Because you're there with a small lady that is afraid to do something that feels safe that she can record you. Because if there was no man, I don't think a lady would feel safe recording you because she might think you're going to do something at her. I don't want to be Daniel Penny in this situation, but some men feel they have to act. Next time, all the men is just gonna chill, let you do whatever you want. And guess what? Then sooner or later, more people are gonna copy it. And then what? Sooner or later, the job is like, hey, I'm not making any money, I'm gonna close it. I'm not saying you don't have the right intention. I'm just saying in the long process, usually you're wrong. And if the end was that he assaulted you when he pulled the food, that is not an assault. If I tell my wife, no, give me my phone back, I'm like, whoa, we divorcing. Remember to subscribe.
¿Por qué?
The woman tells me she did not get a refund from Uber Eats, but she did walk away with one of those Chipotle bowls that she made. It's unclear at this time if she will be facing any charges.
So you didn't get your money. You did get maybe the food that you wanted. But what's going to affect you later? I don't know. I wish you the best. But my point with this video is about the issue with skilled workers.
Watch this. New statistics. Do you know what % of Gen Z workers claim they experience burnout at work?
I get scheduled for 25 hours a week and literally about to quit.
Not 20%, not 40%, not 80%, not 90%. 98% of you experience burnout.
Every single day, go and work somewhere and do that 5 times a week?
How? You're in your early 20s. Watch this. 23% face unmanageable stress and 48% feel drained. According to a Cigna survey, Gen Z is the most stressed generation of all time. And by the way, According to 1,000 leaders that are hiring people out there, watch what they said. This is employers talking about Gen Zers. 6 in 10 employers reporting firing recent Gen Z college graduates within months of hiring them. 1 in 7 employers indicated they may refrain from hiring new graduates next year's unsatisfactory performance. 75% of companies said some or all of their Gen Z hires were unsatisfactory. 50% reported that Gen Z workers showed a lack of motivation, and 39% of Gen Zs lacked communication skills. 46% noted a lack of professionalism.
I don't have the rest because it's a clip, but I would say the problem is human right. It's reframed in the worst way, as if everybody deserves it no matter what, but you don't take in consideration that certain people allow you to have a specific human right. But you still want to work less while feeling like you work a lot. I don't think the world works like that, and that's why I believe Elon Musk kinda tweeted this. The reason I am in America along with so many critical people who built SpaceX, Tesla, and hundreds of other companies that made America strong is because of the H-1B. Take a big step back and go F yourself in the face. I will go to war on this issue, the likes of which you cannot possibly comprehend. And a lot of people weren't happy with that because they're like, hey man, you need to help America. And he's like, well, I don't mind skilled workers come from another country. We just need to filter them better, or we might get these people at Twitter again. We need people that love America, not hate it. And instead of focusing on people like that, you could educate the people in America, but that's going to take time.
Let's jump straight to our panel. Scott Jennings, I don't want to go into a deep dive of Saved by the Bell with you. I have no doubt you have an encyclopedic knowledge of it. It just seems like something you would have an encyclopedic knowledge of. But I think the bigger picture here, because on the policy, this is a huge issue that has long existed in terms of a division between certain parts of the Republican Party. And then also on the coalition, the political coalition. The president-elect won the popular vote in large part because he was able to put together these two very key components of the coalition. How long-standing and potentially harmful do you think this fight could get?
Let me just start with Kelly Kapowski, if you're listening.
Oh,
Hi. Number two, look, there's always been a push and pull on this in the Republican Party, and I think there's a way to work this out and solve it. I mean, I think what a lot of people would say is, and Elon Musk was making this point, if you take like the top 1% or the top 0.1% of the most talented engineering people from other countries, that's perfectly fine. H-1B visas for that, they're unique. They have unique talent, unique innovative skills, fine. If you're using the H-1B program to abuse it, to recruit, interns, accountants, other people that easily could be recruited from the United States of America, all because you just want to do it cheaper, that's not fine. So I think what a lot of people in the party want to do is eliminate the fraud in this H-1B program, retain the top engineering talent.
And what did Elon Musk say about this? Yes. I mean, think about it. Imagine a Republican says, I want to hire immigrants because I can pay them less money. You were never allowed that. But long story short, you still have to be careful who you hire at your job or who you invite on your podcast, because sometimes they might get you canceled, banned, or blocked.
So you've just attacked my physical appearance.
Well, you attacked my career.
I didn't attack your
career. Your problem
career.
with me having a preference because of my job.
Yeah, because you have a rather traditional stance on who should pay, yet you are quite non-traditional. I didn't ad hominem attack your physical appearance.
What does ad hominem mean?
Ad hominem, it's like a personal attack. You think I'm wrong because of my physical appearance to want to split the bill?
I think she was saying that.
Or do you want to walk back what you just said?
Do you want to let her answer?
No. The words came out of your mouth. She's not going to defend you.
Yeah, but my mouth goes on her pussy, so she knows what I'm thinking.
So I'm going to kindly ask you to leave. Just Goodbye. Be prepared, Eric. Okay, see ya.
Thanks for having us.
Bro, did you hide it, Eric?
That is such a thing to do. What a terrible person.
All I have to say is this: if you're going to hire people outside of your country, just be sure you're hiring people that love your country. Because these are the same people that block almost everybody on Twitter, until Elon Musk bought Twitter. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end this video with an amazing hypocritical analogy.
You hear about the woman who burned down the abortion clinic in Wyoming a couple of months ago? Woman, she burned down the only abortion clinic in Wyoming. It was 2 weeks away from opening, burns it to the ground. So she's being charged with a bunch of federal hate crimes because it was an abortion clinic. But her conservative lawyers are arguing that no, she burned down a construction site. It wasn't an abortion clinic yet. But then the liberal lawyers are arguing that no, it was an abortion clinic. It became an abortion clinic the second they started building it, which means you've got conservatives arguing that a thing isn't a thing until it's totally done, and liberals arguing that clinics begin at construction, and I feel like I'm losing my mind.
And I'm losing my mind thinking, is Chipotle that delicious?
Don't get me wrong, ako sa kitabang Puta fire na may blonde kush hash purple skunk criollo colombici jam jam turloqueta verdeta welcome.